Tell it as it is, with your hosts, Leon George and Leary McRae.
Real talk, real issues.
Welcome back to CCV Radio. And with me tonight again is John Kelman out of Barbados, and tonight we're discussing the topic, if due to an illness, you're unable to perform your sexual duties in your relationship, would you give consent to your partner having that sexual relationship outside elsewhere? And just before we go for a break, we had an email from someone by the name of Linda. And Linda stated in her email how sacred sex is, and it should be only between two people who love one another, and you don't go and have sex with somebody you don't love. And Linda, I have no problem with that. And I know sex is sacred. And she was saying that if your partner is ill and you're able to have sex with your partner, there are sex toys. Well, Linda, if sex toys work, there are people who that will work for. And there is people who that would not work for. So who is me to say that you shouldn't use sex toys? But I'm saying to you, the people who will not be satisfied with sex toys, right? They should seek it elsewhere. And I'm saying, like I said before, it is not because you are neglecting your wife, or because your wife is not good enough for you again, and all of that. It's because the fact of the matter, the reality is, she's unable to fulfill that need, not because of anything she have done or her fault. And you will know this. Both of you will know this. You will discuss this. But what I'm saying to you, Linda, you want your partner to be happy, and if your partner feels that he needs to have that on the outside, you should support him. If for some strange reason, by some stretch of imagination, that your partner feel, look, I can make the sacrifice, I don't need to have any sex outside, well, it's all well and good. But I know that's a tough one, and that's really asking a lot on another human being, because the person will already into the habit of having sex, and they will look forward to it. And because you cannot fulfill that need in your partner, yes, Linda, you should support your partner in having it outside, finding the one who he or she chooses to do it with. It's obvious they wouldn't feel to go and just go out in the street and grab anyone and do it with. There would be somebody who they will be looking at, who they admire, who they always wanted to have that relationship with. And now is the time your husband can perform it, so what? I don't see anything wrong with that. I am not crazy.
George, you really serious? George, you're talking about a bond between two people? George, you're not talking about my car is done and I borrow yours? What, George, what are you talking about? My wife is sick. I mean sick. She knows that she's unable. She knows that she's expecting me to understand. I have not refused to come to you, but I'm ill. John. I know there's more. I know the emails are coming in fast and furious, and I know we need to get back to those emails. John, go ahead. I know I can't understand for the life of me what it's. I try to understand people's views on this issue, but people feel that it's what you might call it, creating some kind of cardinal sin. If you would have given consent to your partner, or your partner give consent to you, I see it. You will do it because you love your partner, and you are being unselfish. It shows that you are not thinking about yourself. Oh, come on. Who are you thinking about? Who has the desire? You.
But you can't.
Who are you thinking about?
You are sick. That's the reality of it. Unfortunately, you are sick. You are ill. You develop some illness. due to an accident or otherwise you are ill. You can't meet that need of mine. So because you can't meet that need of mine, I shouldn't have it, I shouldn't do it? What selfishness is that? I mean, what I need to have it outside, and you should allow me to have it outside. You are my wife. For heaven's sake, your duty is to make me happy.
So
what is so wrong with that?
So
I am dead serious in what I'm saying here. What? I can't understand that.
George, you really think?
What you say? I'm supposed to suffer I'm supposed to suffer myself?
You don't have to suffer yourself.
I don't intend to do that. I will never do that. I am sorry, but let me say this clearly. I am sorry. That will, in my relationship, my partner will have to understand. Because you know what? You know what? I will understand if it was the other way around.
George, are you telling me that I would feel comfortable and that I have done something?
No, I'm not telling you I'm not telling you how you are going to feel. I can't know how you should feel. I am calling it how I see it. I can't say it how you
George, what you are talking about here is George. You're talking about George.
I am talking here from the way.
You're not talking about the average person. A man is sick, and he says to his wife, "Go out there and have some sex and come back, cause I can't do it. Go and have some sex and come back."
Because you have a need for it. You have a need for it.
And when she comes back in, she says, "John, boy, that was good." And I'm supposed to say, "Praise the Lord, darling." You must go there.
Yeah.
Go next time again. I'm so glad for you.
I'm sorry to disappoint you. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Well, I heard it the whole night, so I know exactly what you're saying. I am saying that if my wife loves me, and I love her,
that is why she should let you do it, because she loves you, and that is why she should let you go and seek it elsewhere, because she loves you.
I am not seeing emails yet. I am.
You're right. Because she loves you. Right? Because she loves you, and I think that is why she should let you do it, because she loves you. I love my wife. Here's me on the bed. I am ill. I can't touch my wife the way I would like to. I can't make love to my wife the way I would love to. She's 23 years old. She's young. She's 25. So what? Do I put my wife through that for the rest of her life? She's a young lady. Come on.
Okay, we've got another thing. We got, this is money. This one is from, I don't know if this is funny. Monkey Apple.
Well, probably is.
Okay. If you love your wife, you would do anything to make her happy.
Good. That's it. You know, what it is. I know. Listen. You see the first sentence in that email?
Mm-hmm.
Anything that speaks volume. However, I'm not going to stop you from reading the email, you know. Mm-hmm. That speaks so much in tune with what I'm saying for the whole night. If you love your wife, you should do anything to make her happy. Remember where you stop. So continue with the email.
Good. If she want to have sex outside, you should allow her to do so. This is ethical because the theory of utilitarian says something is good if it contributes to increasing the happiness of both parties. So if she is happy, you would also be happy. Is that so?
Yes.
Remember, George, if your penis is small, she would need other ways to satisfy her. George, I want you to comment on that one, because if you're marrying...
Yes, I will. I will.
You're not sick, but your penis is rather diminished, and she can have a bigger organ playing in her cathedral, if we can put it like that. I suppose they'd be alright with you too.
John,
yes?
First to begin, if I have to have a serious relationship with somebody, I will know beforehand, before we get into really seriously, if I am able to fulfill you in an intimate way, or sexually, I will know that. If you talk about a small penis or whatever, and you know, most of the time, this thing about small penis is based on a little self-esteem.
I know
sometimes
that.
If you have right, unless it's unusual, right?
Yes. Of the gun that kills the...
Yes, right. But you know, you need to know your partner, know the most sensitive part, where you can touch on how you're supposed to touch. So this thing about small, I think it sometimes really does not touch on the real issue. Based on, I said before, a lot of it is just low self-esteem and believing this kind of macho man, nothing that you put into society. That really is getting you a little way from off.
But no, George, hold it, George. Here is a young bride of yours, and maybe she's from a family that says you don't have sex prior to your marriage. You go nobly to your marriage bed. And then she realizes that you are twiddlywinks, and she more understand bumble. And she decides, well, George, I can tell you honest truth, this cannot satisfy me. I will have to look for some sort of additional subsidy. And you say, darling, I love you so much that if that makes you happy, okay then. George, don't tell me that you're going to say yes to that. Because if you're saying yes to that, which is very much the same thing you're telling me, George, go ahead.
John, I think I've made myself clear on this topic tonight. Right? I don't know how much more I can stress the point that I have made throughout.
You don't need it, George. I have a clear picture of whom I'm talking.
Right. And you know, when people brings in all kind of, issues that are not really so related to this topic that about small penis and all this sort of thing, I think it's really stressing the point a bit and really looking for a way to show me that, you know, what I'm saying is really not, it doesn't stand the test of time, or to show me what I'm saying does not really have any logic in it. It's really not a logical conclusion to come to, and it's something out of the ordinary, very unusual of what I'm saying, and I don't think so.
No, I think it is. I think, George, yes. I would say it isn't logical. It is logically insensitive.
Well, again, you put it that way, but I disagree. But the thing about it is that you could only do that, I believe, if you love your wife. Some people believe if you do that, you don't love your wife. I said it's only a person who loves the partner. A woman loves her husband, a husband loves his wife, could have the ability to do that. And I think that in a case like that,
George, I think in a case like that, neither the two love each other. It's a business.
I disagree. I think you do it because you love one another.
No, it is because you don't love each other. It is a business.
I disagree. And not for the money thing that the person sent in the email. I don't think any money thing, because you're not putting up your wife for sale or anything.
Business. This is not love. The business. let me read another email.
Yeah.
And this one is, Candy. It looks like, it looks like Candy. Hey, very interesting topic. If I was incapable of performing the sex act due to an illness, I would not consent to my husband or partner seeking sexual relationship outside. I would not be able to stand the fact that another woman is sharing my husband or my partner. And our relationship should be one that could stand without sex. If the table were turned, I would never entertain that thought of seeking comfort for sexual relationship. My vows are important, and my body belongs to him. And for a woman, it isn't just sex, but emotions comes into place. That's my contribution to the topic. Thank you very, very much, Candace. Candace, I think it is. I am 100% in agreement with you. We'll hear what George thinks. Candace.
Right.
Candace. George, your turn.
Yeah, what, it's to be, I think we're going here in circles, and I understand what Candace, half of you, she expresses a view on it, and I think that's her opinion on it. My view remains the same on this. I don't think I will change. I think, and you see, I don't want people are getting the impressions that to do this is very insensitive, and to show that the love that you have for your wife is not really true, it's not really real. And I want to say that this is not insensitive, and it's not because you don't love your wife or love your husband, you would have loved it. You would have loved it. I think it's because you love your partner. It's because you love your wife, your husband.
Yeah, let me tell you something.
Yeah, love your husband.
Yeah. George, let me do another one here. But let me tell you something, George. It ain't only wife, The people might not be married, you understand? But they love each other. And there's nowhere that you could feel good that another person, especially in your moments of vulnerability, nowhere that you could feel good about that. So
I disagree.
You can feel good about, alright, let me read this other one here.
Yeah, because we need to get to winding up and
alright.
It's close to 10 o'clock hour, yeah.
Yeah, so okay, we still got another 10 minutes, and this one comes to us from Linda, this time Linda Jones. And Linda says, wait a minute. Sex is a sin. No. This one we read already. Let me see. That looks like it. I mean, don't think we've got another one here, huh? No, I think, the last one we had there, that was the last one so far. Yeah,
okay,
we haven't got,
right.
That was the last email.
Yeah, right. That was the last email. What I want to do, I realized that this discussion tonight really went into a direction that I did not really expect it, but however, I'm not disappointed because I expect that people will have the views and stuff, but I think, let's look to wind up. Well, next week, following this discussion, I think next week we are going to be following this discussion with a similar topic.
Okay.
And let me just say the topic next week is this. Tonight we discussed if you were able to perform your sexual duty due to an illness.
Mm-hmm.
However, next week the topic is if you're not meeting the sexual satisfaction of your partner, or your partner not meeting your sexual fulfillment, should you seek that outside? For instance, you may want to have it 3 or 4 times a week. You may need to have certain kinds of sexual activities, but yes, till your partner refuse, don't want to, or your partner is spending more time in the office, on the golf course, or in the sea, more than he should spend with his wife and family, would you go outside of that relationship? You
want that for next week?
That's the discussion. No, well, that's the discussion we have going to be following this up. I would like to give you the opportunity to give your closing comments at this time, and then come back to me and we wind up.
Okay, yeah, we're not touching that note or anything. The one that you just issued, you're not.
No, that next week.
That's next week. Good. Okay. Let me say, I have been very happy to be in this discussion tonight, and I have given my views. George has given his views. Yes, we were meeting each other at right angles, but nevertheless, I have to respect the way he feels about it. And I have no doubt that George is mature enough to respect the way I feel about it. So though near the twain shall meet, we have given our candid opinions about how we think about this here. And for my part in short, I want to remember what my friend Grace said, because she was able to give me a female opinion of the situation. I would have a male opinion, and I will really cherish this decision that she has made. And like I said, it was on the premise of this that I was able to put my presentation together. And in my part in short, I would like to advise all of those of us who are in the, not arena, but in the ring of love with our partners, wives, whatever. Always remember, male or female, your body is yours. It is all you can call your own. Do not share it with any highest bidder. Do so with the one whom you think justly deserves to share it. Let your decision be boosted by love. Till next time, John out of Barbados saying bye for now. Have a good night.
Well, John, again, let me just say to you that I want to thank you for being on the discussion tonight. And
let's spring into action. In today's demonstration,
were very interesting.
let's see
They are
what
far
happens
different
to
from
those
what I
that drink and
would have
drive.
shared with the listening audience. I think I hold fast to my views. I am not being unreasonable or unusual, and I don't believe this view that I hold tonight is being insensitive to your partner. I think it's been very sensitive. It's been reasonable. It's been rational. It should be done out of love for each other. One should understand that one made the sacrifice to stay together forever until death. It does not. You should not judge a clouded judgment or your feelings towards each other, to how each other feel in a relationship. And there's a situation where one of the partners became ill and you is unable to perform your sexual duty, and that person can seek it out. And why stop that person? To do that, I think is very selfish. You not giving your partner the kind of happiness that I think you should give your partner, because they are going to be lacking a need. If it's your partner say that they're going to stay with it, make the sacrifice and stay with you, also all well and good. But it's so wrong to tell your partner that you're going to make the sacrifice to stay with them. You'll never touch another, and you're doing it outside. I think if you want to do it, you believe that you should do it, I think it's go to your partner and tell them, regardless of how they feel and how they might take it. The fact of the matter is you are being honest, and that's the point. You has to be honest at all times in situations like these, because it will really hurt It really will hurt someone to find out that you've been dishonest to them for all this length of time. So it's important to let the person know, you know. So that's what that's going to be my closing comment. And just because last week we didn't take any calls, we didn't read any emails, I think that email just come in there, and I think we're gonna read that email, and then we're gonna close off, because I know last week for just because the listeners are taking time to write. So John, you could just read that email and
it's not here by me yet. It's not here.
It's not coming. It's sent it across to you. Okay. Refresh your page and get it. Email just came in.
Waiting for it to come across. It's not here yet. I haven't got it yet. Yeah, send it through to me. I'm looking for it, but it's not here yet.
Just take your time. It's going to come. I just want to read it. I don't want to, because we didn't take any calls last week. I think I just want to.
Let me see if anything comes here yet.
Yeah, just it's going to come, John. Just take your time. I just want to do justice to the listeners, because they have taken the time to listen and write. So
yeah,
and it's way past the program. I just want to get that email up, and it's going to come to you.
I was hoping to have it here, but it's not here as yet. No, it's not here as yet. Oh, indeed. Could be, but I have just got, the last two I got here was from Kurt, and I haven't got it. Yes, we could do that.
Okay, then, well, we're going to read that. If it's the one to come through, we're going to read that email next week, because as I can see, the topic is going to be similar next week. It's not the same. Not the same situation.
It has just come. This is from Carolyn. Thank you, Carolyn. It was a little late in coming, but it's here now. And we have here Carolyn saying, George is confusing a relationship based on love and values with one based on lust. Remember, this outcome would depend on the moral values of the individual. Take, for example, if you were in the Middle East, you would be stoned to death for having sex with another. Well, yes, we know, because in the different societies, things are different. But I am looking at the average human person. I don't think that the average human person could feel comfortable about that. Okay, well, George, that's about it.
Okay, well, this is, I want to thank you once again for listening, and this is, Tell It Like It Is, and until next week, my name is Leon George, and this is CCB Radio, and we'll join you next week again for another interesting topic.